undoubtedly the best pizza in Detroit, not even close.
Welcome to the Good Life here with Fredithepizzaman. Thank you to Arturo Gonzalez here, inviting us into Don Neo Cigar here in Dearborn, Michigan. Come check the place out. Cigars. D-Mac right here, Red Wings, Stanley Cup champion.
I'm smoking a cigar, trust me.
And then I'm driving here, I run into my cousin Dominic, so he's in it today. So what's up, Dom?
Not much, man.
All right, but he's here from Nashville, so thanks for being here, guys.
Welcome. Let me say welcome, guys. Thanks for stopping in. It's a pleasure to have you guys.
Absolutely. We're going to roast it. He's going to show us how to roast some cigars later. So when did you start getting into cigars, man?
I started smoking cigars back in 2001. And I just enjoyed it. I don't smoke cigarettes, so I never have. Just enjoyed it. And
you got a favorite?
Padron Maduro number 9.
Padron Maduro number 9. So me personally, I'm not into the dark ones. It kind of give me a headache. You know, I like more the Connecticut, kind of natural.
Sure.
You know,
sure.
So the Maduros are a little.
Well, everybody thinks Maduros are strong, and that's just a myth.
Yeah.
It's all about the filler. Okay. The Maduro, you're gonna get a sweeter taste, and they tend to throw Connecticut wrappers on milder cigars because Connecticut wrapper doesn't have much flavor. Okay. Now if you tweak with the blend, as a lot of people are doing nowadays, they're getting away from your typical older style Connecticut cigar. They got more flavor, a little bit more strength, a little bit more punch than, let's say, Grandpa's Connecticut cigar. Okay. Things have evolved over the last 20 years in the cigar industry. But yeah, Maduros, not all of them are strong. We do have some heavyweights for sure, yes. But for the most part, that's just a myth.
How long you been rolling cigars?
About 7 years now.
Who taught you? Somebody
So,
you got
I got into cigars, rolling cigars as a hobby. I wanted to learn how to do it. So I looked all over the internet trying to find a class. Well, I found one in Miami, and that's a big cigar haven.
Yeah.
Okay. But it was only 3 days a week for like 12 weeks, and I can't be gone that way. I don't live anywhere near Miami, so I found one in Austin, Texas, down in downtown Austin on 6th Street, Babalu Cigar Factory, and Babalu. They roll all their own cigars there. So I inquired about it. He says, yeah, it's going to cost you $2,000 for the class. It's a hands-on intense course. You'll be with one of my rollers for 7 days, from 9 to as long as you want when we close. It costs you $2,000 to come down here. Everything you roll that week, you take home with you. I supply all your materials, but you got to get your way down here, lodging and all that stuff. So I did that. I was taught by a Cuban chick from, she rolled cigars for like 20 years down in Cuba. And she rolled in the Romeo Julieta factory, Cohiba factory. She's a master roller. Her husband worked there as well. They had about 6 rollers there. Most of them were Cuban refugees, a couple guys from Dominican Republic. They had one guy there, his name was Armando. Been rolling for 50 years, 50 plus. This guy would roll baseballs, and the actual baseball out of tobacco. Baseball bats out of tobacco. This guy, I just watched him. It was just entertaining to watch him. So, like I said, I took the hands-on course down there. Very intense, very thorough. And I caught on, and I've been doing it ever since.
What are you smoking, D-Mac?
My favorite cigars are Ashton.
Yeah.
Number 5 especially. I used to smoke a lot of cigars. I like all the Stanley Cup pictures. There's
Oh
one,
yeah.
My son, '02 on my shoulders. Remember '97 on the golf cart, having one. I've always enjoyed them. I enjoy them more on the golf course than anywhere now. But yeah, the Ashtons are always just for whatever reason. That's the one I remember. So I wouldn't say. I used to be more of an aficionado. Now I'm more into the cannabis. So a lot of the time that's. But you get me thinking there though with the Darren McCarty brand. I made it official. I'm gonna integrate the roller into.
We're gonna
always learn how to roll.
We're gonna talk about your cannabis. So, I always wondering I'm probably gonna say it wrong, but the wrapper, the leaf, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
I'm assuming you get that stuff from Texas, Miami. Is that the best place to get it? Is Michigan? Can you get this stuff from Michigan?
No, I gotta go to outside source. So I got the source down in Texas. I have a source down in Nicaragua. There's sources in Miami, down in Florida, Tampa as well, where I can get
this is grown, right? The wrapping is.
So this is a whole leaf tobacco. It's grown. This is usually it's Cuban seed. So we don't have any commerce with Cuba, so we can't import their tobacco. We can't sell their cigars here. You can go to Cuba or Canada or Europe, wherever, Middle East, bring them back here for consumption, for personal consumption, but we can't sell them. No retail.
It's always been that way. The United States, you can't sell Cubans.
So, before you couldn't even bring them back. So they've laxed the laws up on that a little bit here and there. So, but it's most of these people that lost their farms in the Cuban Revolution, they moved to like other countries like Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Honduras, Costa Rica, where the soil is that volcanic soil similar to Cuba. So they took the Cuban seeds from the strains in Cuba, brought them over to these countries, and grew them there. So most of these tobacco that you're smoking are Cuban seed tobacco, for the most part. But it is they are grown in, like I said, in these other countries, and then they're shipped out of Miami, and then you have wholesalers that sell them out of Miami to different parts of the other country here. So that's how I do my tobacco.
Do you do classes here to teach people?
I do not. I'm honestly, I've had people ask. I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
I don't have the time.
I got a question. How long?
That would be neat.
Where was the point during the class during that week where you were like, "Oh, I think I get this"? Like, was there a moment, or was there?
There was. Honestly, when I was doing it, I didn't think I was getting it, right? So, because a week you're not going to become a master roller in a week, right? I mean, these people are working these factories down in Central America, and they're on apprenticeship for a year, right? So I did it in a week. I just got the basics down, and it just keeps practice and repetition and repetition and practice over time. What helped me, got better. So, there's parts of the cigar. You have the filler, then you have the binder, then you have the wrapper, which is the outside, which everybody sees. So when you're bunching the tobacco bunch together to put in the binder, they told me that's the hardest part. And the easiest part was putting the wrapper on. Well, I was the opposite. I got the bunch and the filler down real quick, they said. But I was having trouble with putting on that wrapper that whole week.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
Did you do it with a machine?
No. This is totally all by hand. No. Totally all by hand.
But there are cigars made by machines.
Yes, there are machine-made cigars. For the most part, 99.9% of these cigars here are hand-rolled. We do have some that are machined. Very, very few. So, but I was taught the traditional Cuban method of rolling cigars. So the bunching is called intubado, and then they use a double binder, where a lot of guys down in Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic use a single binder, and then they use a triple cap. So the triple cap, which I'll show you later, There's putting on a cap on it three times. So it's their way of doing it. They're proud of it. They've done it for forever that way, and that's just how they prefer to do it.
Yeah, I'm fascinated. The stick room. Were you superstitious about your stick? Did you do your own work on your own stick, or did you have?
No, dude, I had so let's just say pre 2000, when there was wood sticks or there was inserts with wood blades and stuff like that, you would tweak your stick, right? So you heat them up because it was wood. So you're still using a wood stick. Once they changed the composite where they come one piece the way it was, then you didn't have to do anything to it. So I'd have John Remedios, who's still the assistant equipment manager. He'd cut me 3 brand new ones every day, and it'd be more superstitious. It'd pass time by taping your sticks, and then you'd have different ones and you'd put different numbers and use like soap, but it was always, yeah. So different guys were different about it, because the big thing is, if you look at the guys' knobs. Every knob is different. Like, and that's how you hold your stick. So how you want it in your hand. Some guys have more of a bundle. Some guys have a knob on the end. It's just something interesting when you see down about hockey sticks.
What about the curve on your stick? Did you have a big curve on it?
I like the heel curve with a solid blade, that when the blade was on the ice, so you're battling out front because it's clutch and grab and stuff. So the more blade you can have on the ice, the more the guys like Lidstrom or Murphy or whatever could shoot one off your stick, or it was just easier out front of the net, easier on the board, getting pucks out of the net. So that was more, because of not to score the goals, but what I needed, for other parts of the game.
When you played against Gretzky, did you? I know what you're going to say when I ask you this, but did you always feel bad if you stuck him too hard in the boards?
Well, I didn't. Well, I always felt bad because Draper and Maltby just abused the guy, and it's like your childhood idol growing up. But when the puck drops, man, sorry, Wade, you're on the wrong team.
Yeah.
You're on the wrong team, bro. So yeah, it was just in the middle. Like you might just laugh to yourself, but I mean, not in the middle of it.
You remember when it was rumored he was supposed to come here to Detroit back in, I think it was right before your time, end of 88, 89. He was supposed to come here in a trade when Klima ended up going to the Reds. That would have been before your time, so I don't think you would have remembered that. But he was supposed to come here and play with Eisman back in 88, 89, then before he went to LA. And something happened with that deal last second. But could you imagine, Wayne Gretzky in Detroit? That would have been wild.
Greatest player that I've watched. And you got the. My opinion of sports is it evolves.
Sure.
Right? It's evolved. So
Different eras, right?
different eras, man.
When we golfed last week, you were telling me about when you were growing up, you loved baseball. Baseball was your number
baseball
one.
is my first love, but I couldn't hit the curveball. I was better at punching kids in the face.
What position did you play in?
Catcher. Lance Parrish was my guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was 12 years old. 84 Tigers, man. I've been to Tiger games. I've been to Olympia.
I remember 8 years old going to a Little Caesars, and Lance Parrish was signing autographs. He signed my glove. I remember that. 84.
That's one of my mementos I have on my. I keep not weird shit, but shit that means something to me. And he signed me a baseball with great respect and admiration.
He was my favorite.
He knew who
Tiger
I
back
was,
then.
and I thought that was cool.
When I turned on the TV every day to watch the Tigers, I saw there was a player on the Tigers wearing his number. I was shocked. I remember when he left Detroit to the Phillies. Man, I was bummed. I was really
He was my
bummed.
favorite Tiger
Yeah.
as a kid. Yeah, and I was pretty
Me
bummed
too.
out.
I painted my gloves, spray painted the red, orange. My catcher's mitt. Just
Yeah,
the Tigers.
I wanted that catcher's mitt so bad. That Rawlings, the black with the orange out
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
Tigers on.
yeah.
Crazy, huh? I know they split that team up. They split that team up way too soon, man. They should have been like the Wings. They should have gotten more than just the one title, to be honest with you. But
That's the way sports works.
Yeah, back then, it's the way it worked. Absolutely. Now,
Yeah.
Darren, everyone knows you're in the I don't know the term for it, but I'm gonna say the weed cannabis business. Tell us about the.
Well, the Darren McCarty brand,
Yep.
right? So to explain, is licensed through Pincana. Pincana, which is exit 181 in Pinconning. Pincana is the largest seed of sale. It's a 150,000 square foot facility, fully integrated, 8 greenhouses, indoor, everything right there on the spot. It's like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. And so I've been able to, and why it's what I always say, don't tell me what, tell me who. And the growers and the relationship that I've had with the Radical Genetics guys, with the growers there to create my product. And like I said before, Brent, who's my chemist, scientist, shaman, healer, whatever, and I created this CBD roll-on that we ship all over the world. That is, I call it the hippie blend because it's got that essence that everybody likes, sort of when you come out of like a massage and you're relaxing, and it's important because it gives a conversation to the cannabinoids of why does that work. We were talking earlier about the topicals and stuff like that, where you attest to the elbow hurting in golf, rub it on. So, and it's just because for me, Fredi, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't need to know. Okay, I'm almost 50. I don't need to know the right or wrong anymore. Okay, I can figure out which side of the line I'm going to go. What I need to know the why, right? Why? Now with the cannabis, which saved my life, you know, November 11, 2015 is my last drink, and it had to be or I'd be dead because I was 80 pounds heavier. My blood pressure was 265 over 165. I'm supposed to be dead. But because of the cannabis in my body and then the caregiver program, I was able to get the physical addiction, alcohol, and then when I got the physical addiction, and that's through Rick Simpson Oil RSO, through this plant to get the physical addiction, I got on my knees. I was so grateful. Then I got mad about the truth. Right? So if it took me this far and whatever like that, I'm not special, but what I do is I fight. My job is to go in first, right? And make sure March 26th, the Lemieux thing, explain it's the same role. So if people understand that I will be as fierce because this is life or death to me, not only for me, but for so many other people. And at the end of the day, it's not that whether you do or don't. It's, you know, you have an option. You know you have an option. I'm here for what do you mean by that? So I'm not here to argue. Here's my argument, right here.
So you go back to November 11th, one of your low points, to maybe you're helping out a lot of other people.
Well, this is my life's purpose, right? Yeah. Like this is like, and for whatever.
We all been there, whatever it is.
Right, but it doesn't. But even more so is that the things that I've been through. The look at the highlight moments that I have. There's a reason, so that hopefully my name, I'm able to create that good, so that the same thing that you're doing with the autism, with the sensory rooms and stuff like that, you're changing lives.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to roll a cigar here using the double binder method here. Okay, so I have my binder right here on my tablet here. So this is your filler tobaccos right here. Okay, it's a little different than the binder and the wrapper. Okay, but it's all whole leaf.
That looks more wet than this.
This is a little it's a little damp because it's needs to be pliable to work with as the wrapper. Okay.
Did you make that wet?
Yeah, I just spray a little bit of made a little humidity in the bag for it. Okay.
Gotcha.
So you have this tobacco filler right here is called Seco. Okay, Seco. It's thin, smaller. This goes on the outside of the bunch. Okay, so the bunch is called a tripa or a guts. Tripa means guts in Spanish. Okay, so this other part here, this is called ligero. Ligero is what gives cigars its strength. Okay, this goes in the middle of the bunch. This gives it structure, while this gives it combustion. Okay, all right, and it's going to give it flavor. This gives it strength. Okay, here, start off in the corner here. Stretch out. You want to get this binder leaf as flat as you can, right? And try to get it as tight as you can. You don't want it too loose, okay? Now, this goes in here. So the leaf, this is called a chaveta, all right? It's a knife. It's not real sharp. Go up like that, down like that. So I was told the shape of this when it's cut will look like the island of Cuba. Okay? All right? So you want a straight edge all the way across there. Okay? Make sure your edge is straight. Now, grab the foot. This is the foot right here. The bottom of the cigar that you light up. You're going to get a 45-degree angle. Pull it back. Now you want this thing tight. Okay? Get your glue right here. This is a vegetable pectin right here, vegetable gelatin. This is a food grade adhesive. Mark right there.
And that was where you had most of the.
This is where I had most of the trouble, and this was the easiest part. Okay? That's one cap. So we're going to do the triple cap method. That's how the Cubans do it. That's the first part. Second part, we don't waste anything. All right? I'm going to make like a little teardrop. Right there. So you start off where it ended right here. Excuse me. There it goes. We're going to wrap the second part right here. Third part.
Now, what's the point of wrapping it 2 or 3 times?
That's just so it doesn't unravel. I'm assuming that's just how I was taught. That's how the Cubans do it. The third cap is right here. That's it right there. There. There you go. That's for you.
Nice. Nice, huh?
I'll roll you one up right here.
This segment is brought to you by Les Stanford Cadillac Chevrolet in Dearborn, Michigan. Please visit lesstanford.com.
Solar power is a great investment for your financial future and the planet. The Green Panel Solar Energy Solution allows you to generate your own organic power for when you need it most. With federal tax credits and energy storage solutions, we're committed to providing you with clean energy. Visit us online to schedule a free, no-hassle solar evaluation and pre-order your Tesla Powerwall. Start enjoying the benefits of solar energy. Contact us today. The Green Panel. Energize your future.
If you or your family is touched by autism, learn more about Fredi's Foundation at #PopTheTap at Fredithepizzaman.com. That's Fredi, thepizzaman.com, or email fredithepizzaman@gmail.com.